Welcome back to my podcast, and today we are going to gently dismantle one of the biggest myths in personal development and manifestation, the idea of the subconscious mind. Now, most people believe their subconscious is running their life, that it's blocking their desires, that it needs to be reprogrammed, healed, fixed, controlled. But what if the subconscious isn't a hidden controller at all? What if it's simply a label that we've given to patterns of thoughts, sensations, memories, and conditioning appearing within awareness, appearing as awareness? In this episode, we're going to explore what the subconscious actually is in direct experience, not theory, and why nothing inside you is against you. You will start to see that you're not here to fight your mind, fix yourself, or become someone else. You are here to recognize the space you already are, the awareness in which all experience appears. And from that recognition, real change happens naturally without any force, without struggle or endless self-improvement. So let's dive in. Now, most people are taught that your subconscious is running the show, that your subconscious is blocking you, that you must reprogram the subconscious to get what you want. Your subconscious has stored trauma, limits, patterns that you must fix. And all of that assumes that there is a separate inner entity running your life. You are a little human trying to fight another little mind inside you, and that consciousness is secondary to the brain. And that simply is not true. What we actually find in direct experience is the subconscious cannot be located as an object. No one has ever directly experienced a subconscious mind. What people call subconscious shows up as thoughts arising, emotional sensations, memory, images, impulses, conditioning patterns, and all of those are experiences appearing within awareness and as awareness. So the subconscious itself is a conceptual label applied to patterns of experience appearing in awareness as awareness. It is not an independent power. It is not against you. It is not separate from you. It is not running anything outside of awareness. There is only awareness appearing as experience. In the same way, the body appears in awareness, the mind appears in awareness, the world appears in awareness. The idea of subconscious appears in awareness. Nothing sits outside of that field. Now, say you have a thought. A thought is something that we class as an object because it comes and goes. Say you have a thought, the thought arises and then it disappears. When that thought disappears, the space between the end of that thought and the next thought, that space directly, that nothingness between that first thought and the second one, that space is not content. It's the field in which and from which content appears. So let me ask you a question. When a thought appears, does the space disappear? Or does the thought appear inside the space? When a body sensation appears, does it appear outside this space or inside this space? Just notice. Thoughts, they come and they go. Sensations come and they go. The space in which they arise remains. That space in between each experience is awareness. It is not subconscious activity. The subconscious is mind-body activity, so conditioning, stored patterns, nervous system, memory, which come in the form of thoughts, old narratives, beliefs, assumptions, mental images, sensations in the body itself, emotions, behaviours, and the gap between all of this activity has no content. It has none of the above. It's only openness, presence, stillness, awareness, beingness. So, knowing this, would you agree that one of those is something that appears and the other is what allows appearing to happen? Are you a thought or the space that notices thought? Are you the content or the openness allowing content? The gap is not doing anything. It's simply being. And this is the bit you all want to know about. This being is from where all creation comes from. Everything is arising from awareness and within awareness. I'm going to say that again. Everything is arising from awareness, as awareness, within awareness. Everything, all experience, inner and outer, but really there is no outer, there's no boundary separating the two. So, you know what the subconscious is now. We discussed that earlier. And we discussed earlier the gap in between. And the fact that that gap in between, that space between thoughts, is the stillness itself. No story, no memory, just presence, beingness, existence. And everything arises inside and from that space. The body, the breath, the world, the mind. So, why does it matter knowing the space between thoughts is awareness and not your subconscious? Why does it matter knowing the space between thoughts is awareness and not your subconscious? Because if you think you are the mind and the sensations, you believe every single thought, every fear, every story. You try to fix yourself, control life, chase worth, chase love, chase safety. But when you recognize that you are the awareness the mind appears in, and the fact it is an expression of awareness, thoughts stop running you. Stories lose their grip. The nervous system calms. You start living from presence instead of panic, because you see you as awareness are the source of them. You created the subconscious. Remember, it's a label for all experience, mind-body experience. And all of that appears within awareness. It's all temporary appearings within awareness as awareness. It's awareness experiencing itself. It's not who you actually are. It's just an experience that comes and goes. You stop trying to become enough and you start resting as what you already are. If you think that you're the mind, you try to you try to change thoughts to get results. You try to fix the human, you chase the future. But when you know that you are awareness, fulfillment is already here, because everything, including your expressed desires, come from awareness. They are awareness. Desire appears inside you as awareness, not outside of you. You stop forcing and start allowing. You stop manifesting from effort and you express from being. If you think about this, if you have a thought arise and you as awareness attach to that thought and make that thought mean you are that thought, well, you've literally agreed that you are the thought instead of the experience within the space. You think that you're the thought, you think that you're the body because you are experiencing certain sensations. That's not what you are. You're the space that all experience arises within. So when you know this and you have these thoughts and these sensations, you can just allow them to be there because you know that you are the cause of them. You are the cause of all experience. So you have these thoughts, you have these sensations. When they rise, allow them to be there. They mean nothing. They literally mean nothing, and then they disappear. It's just awareness having an experience. They don't mean anything. And when you stop identifying with them, what you truly are is allowed to shine through. What you truly are is allowed to be expressed. And that's your desires. I'm talking about your desires, the things that you are desiring. You think it's you desiring it, you the human. It's actually not. It's awareness desiring to express it through your body. But when you stop identifying with the thoughts and the sensations, you stop believing that you're the thoughts, that you're the body, that you're this human that has this story. You allow it to be there. It has no power over you. You see that it has no power over you at all. You can just allow it to be there and rest as awareness, knowing that it has absolutely no power over you. You do not have a subconscious running your life. You have experience appearing within awareness, and you are that awareness. You are not here to reprogram yourself. You're here to recognize what you actually already are. Any kind of mind-body experience has no power over you at all. You are the source of that mind-body experience. If there's one thing that I want you to take from today, it's this. There is nothing inside you that needs fixing. The subconscious is not an enemy. The mind is not broken. You are not blocked. What you call conditioning is simply experience appearing, thoughts, sensations, memories, moving through the field that you are. When you stop fighting what appears and start recognizing it, something relaxes naturally. Life begins to move with more intelligence, more ease, more flow. You don't manifest from force. You don't change from control. You change through clarity. So keep noticing, keep getting curious about what's actually here in your experience and let that noticing do the work for you. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.